The game is called Claire a la Mode. Is it going to capture? It did! Look at this menu. So there's the third game for Indiecember today, but look at this menu. It's like cake slices. The music is great. All right, let's get into it. Look at how crunchy the pixel art is, dude. Oh, look at that. It's like crunchy and good, yeah. It's a dessert menu. Sweet. Go. I like that I can pick up the token. You be the angry one. I'm gonna play the basic character. Fame and fortune await those incapable of winning in their region's artisan. Artisan? A celebration of artisans and their crafts to see who truly is the greatest of their age. It's very Game Boy, yeah. Be the queen, which of course will be won by me. Be the queen. This art style does very, very well when it's small. It's like Game Boy style. Yeah. I've brought all my fame and fortune. And fiends down on your... Wait. I brought all my fame and fortune and fiends down on your precious little city, which, thanks to my friends at the bank, is basically all mine now. Do you really think any of you stand a chance, peasants? Face, if you dare, the greatest patron of the arts. Jesus Christ, what is that? The horror. Many regions and creators have fallen to B's oppressive clout. But here in Grevenfell, friends, rivals, and miscreants have come together with one purpose. To prove her little empire is half-baked. The puns. The puns have happened. What if we adjusted the recipe just so? Yes, this would be perfect. Perfect! No, 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 no. I'm going to ruin it. This is too much pressure. Oh my gosh, stop worrying. We just have to bake a couple dumb cakes. The others got the hard jobs. But what if we mess up? If we lose before the finals, ruins everything. It's a bake-off. It's a bake-off. You can fix number 3? I don't think you can fix her, dude. I think that's just how she is. This crazy chick couldn't make a bad cake if she tried. Everything's going to be perfect, right, Claire? I think she's just like that. And you'll have to be cool with it, right? You can make her worse? There we go. Yes, that looks just right. You two ready? Together, we'll serve that bee a perfectly sweet defeat. How do we cook? What am I doing? Bread. I have no idea what I'm doing. I can throw bread, and sometimes there's bombs. How do I game? Wait, I can pick up stuff like this. Egg. Oh god, I've made a huge mistake. I'm not actually sure what's going wrong here. Yeah, up at door? Oh! Okay. That's why I was like, what's going on? I'm so confused. Yeah, there's no indicator to show that you press up when you're over the doorway. You press up to interact with characters. Here, I'm gonna go back inside and talk to my friends. Normally, you'd expect to be like A or something like that. You press up. Are you done tinkering with your recipes yet? Almost. We have 5 rounds to worry about. We can't just serve them the same thing for every round. Don't worry, our entries will be perfect. Yeah. You worry about the baking. I'll handle the rest. And put out any fires. Resolve starts. You ready? Resolve? I know this is probably a lot of pressure for you, so that character's name is Resolve. At least I think so. I only just started this job, but I won't let you down. I won't mess it up. Promise. Just be sure to turn off the oven before we leave. Oh, right, of course. I won't forget. She's gonna forget. She's gonna forget. Yeah, it's like Shovel Knight, yeah. You all know you are really the only shot Grevenfell has, right? She really seems unstoppable. Some of us are counting on you. Someone has to stop her reign at some point. Look, you can bother us all you want. This and all the other properties in Grevenfell are foreclosed on. We can't help that someone bought all the debt. Just accept your new lot in life. The bankers, dude. I'm working here. Everything is foreclosed on. That mean bee lady took all my friends. Mom didn't let them take me, though. Hurry up and save Grevenfell so you can bake me more bread. Chime and I are cheering for you. So I can throw bread as a weapon. This bee, the queen, certainly is full of herself. Some of her goons thought they could push us around. Guess she didn't know who she was messing with. She's nothing like the tyrant we have back home. If my husband were here, he could beat this windbag and by himself. Y'all got this easy. Wow, she's mean. Oh god. Rude. That fat fella sure cleared a path quick. So that's Be the Queen, huh? That didn't seem like the kind-hearted spirit of charity I heard about. Almost seems rigged with how many teams are associated with her. Let's head through that door to begin the competition. Good luck in the Artisan. I'll certainly be cheering for you. How does this work? Alright, so we got a platformer. Alright. Feet unlocked. Interesting. Which button? So you can pump it up, and then you have to leave. How do we get up there? There's got to be a way to double jump, right? So that breaks through walls, but there's no way to double jump. I may have blown myself up. I may have blown myself up. Is that a hamburger, bro? Can I jump on that? Yes! Something about that feels nice. I don't know what it is. Okay. This is like a love letter to old platformers, is what I'm seeing right now. Like, this is absolutely a love letter to every platformer you grew up with. Yeah. Knife, bro. Oh, that's not what I wanted. There's kind of like super difficult, no punches pulled kind of platformers where like you die, you start the level over sort of thing. You die instantly too. There's coins for an inexplicable reason. Cool secret environments. You have a score for some reason, you know? Yeah, the music is really nice too. It's super fun. Now, how do I break through that? No. I was hoping I could blow it up, but I guess not. Looks like I can run as well. No idea. Yeah, there's no way to hit it. Be the Queen. People of Grevenfell, I, Be the Queen, am so thankful for your cooperation in hosting. Now I know many of you are upset with your evictions, but do not worry, we want what is best for you and your island. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. I love little burger guys, man. Whoa. Ooh. Is there a way to jump down? I don't think there's a way to jump down. Oh, man. I can't get back down. No! Sadness. Oh, maybe I could bomb the bridge. Come on. Give me the bomb. Nope. It's too late. There we go. What a terrible person to take something like Artisan and make it about yourself. Taking hostages, evicting people, and using force to push out all competition. She ruins Artisan, takes my friends and neighbors. I'll make sure she regrets it. Huh. Got it. What? Something is going haywire with the oven, and I can't bring it up to temp. My cake will be ruined. Oh, crap. Oh! God damn it. There we go. Really? You helped me when we were opponents? You've got such a kind heart. Nice. See this game being loved by speedrunners? Yeah. How do we get through that? I have no idea. Wait, what was that on the right? There's gotta be a way to get in these, right? Yeah. That grate down there is a, like a jump pad. Nope, that's death. Alright, no idea. Fools have any idea you're picking a fight with? Be the queen who's never lost an Artisan. Oop. The living burgers. This is Donna Premick coming to you with breaking news. We're getting information that the Bank of Grevenville has been totally emptied, and it has bankers in chaos with the perpetrators nowhere in sight. The main suspect is believed to be known supercriminal Bonnie Fell. Sigrid's elite, which we believed she stole to escape her imprisonment in Hyran. This would be the first known escape from Hyran since its creation and has the people terrified. Stay tuned with the latest. Make sure you aren't in the path of her known destructive tendencies. Thanks for watching Grevenfeld News. Boop. What? Why would I? What's to hold in here? To the other team of fools who dare challenge the Bee Queen, or be the Queen. I mean, it's nice to have your hopes and dreams, but in your case, I wouldn't bank on it. Bank on it. Funny. Enough talk. Time for you to taste defeat. What? What? I don't think I understand what's going on. Is it Connect 3? I see. You can do it diagonally, that's what I didn't realize. Got it. Yeah, I didn't realize you could go diagonally. I thought it was up, down, left, right, right? Alright. What a waste of time. So much for B-rigging the competition. This is gonna be a breeze. Even if Resolve screws up, we'll be fine. Really? We should take this seriously until the end, Maddie. B is a titled for a reason. She has enough power and influence to stand among the 7 most powerful people in the world. So we're doomed regardless. It's gonna be perfect. We have everything we need. Hey, not bad. Figured Maddie already gave you the scoop on your next opponent, right? Rory is a bit of a rowdy one, loves to be loud, play pinball, and shoot off fireworks. Definitely not a good fit for a baking competition, but hey, she made it through 1 round. Alright. Feeling a little bit better with it, with a win under your belt, Resolve. So I guess the competitions are like match 3s, right there? So there's no baking. Or is there baking? I need to know about the baking. It is a little bit hard to read, and I think the reason why is because it's very big blocky text, right? I think that might be the reason why. It's, this art style is very well suited for a very small screen. So if you have it on a smaller screen, like a Steam Deck, it probably looks perfect on that, to be honest with you. Uh-oh, Resolve. Better not mess up. Maddie. It also probably looks amazing on a Game Boy. I wonder if this is playable on a Game Boy Color. I'm gonna ask them. Yeah. Because the thing is if it runs on that, if it was made in Game Boy Studio, which it might be, I don't know. We can talk about it. There's tech to be able to put it on there. Would be nice, yeah. How do we get down? Is there not a way to get down there? I guess not. Oh. Let's try to see if we can bounce it. Oh, I guess we could just break these, huh? Yeah, for some reason I'm thinking, like, you can't break those, and I don't know why. What? Get out of here. Nope. Rosie. Found an Ardell Rose. Alright. Don't know what that is. Don't know what it does. Worth. Nope. Buh. Need a Steam Deck? Steam Deck is awesome. Oh, Rory, I know you're just trying to save your mother's shop, but I wish you worked with us. She's terrible at customer service, making tea, and even baking. She still does everything she can to keep her mom's tea shop alive. Hopefully, once she's beaten, she'll be open to working with us against Be the Queen. I maxed out the combo multiplier. Whoa. What? Okay. I threw a bomb. It still needed to ice my cake. I sprained my wrist. Whatever will I do? God damn it. Everything's so slippery. Oh. That's a really neat effect, actually. Like, a really neat effect. That's quite cool. It's like quite simplistic to do, but looks really nice. Like really looks nice. Yeah. Like that looks really good. Yeah, it's really satisfying. So the thing that I'm interested in right now is that mechanic down there. We go back down. But how do we get through that? Right? Because none of this seems to work. I don't think the bomb works this way either. Nothing to do that. Yeah. No idea. Maybe a star switch later in the level? No clue. I mean, we've passed by a couple of those, so they might be like a secret that I'm just not getting. Oh. But maybe not. Don't know. You know? Oh. Nice to see you could at least make it this far. No hard feelings. But I'll be the one kicking B down a few notches. Let's give up now. I won't lose any sleep over it. Alright, let's see. Nice work so far. I know you can all beat B and save Grebenville. Here, catch. Hell yeah. This music is so good, dude. Who needs a dumb baking competition? Let's settle this properly, as gamers. Bring it on, neighbor. Are we gaming, bro? Oh, shit. Oh, okay. I didn't know what button am I pressing for this? Okay, it's that button. There we go. There was no way to tell what button I was supposed to press. The A button hits both. Ah, yeah. Come on, come on. No, it's not gonna let me do it. All right. There we go. Yeah. Suddenly, pinball game. Yeah. I was like, wait a minute. What's going on? Ugh, this bites. Somehow managed to keep my mom's dumb tea shop open this long. Only to lose it to some stupid baking competition. You better win this thing. Got it, neighbor? You had the perfect plan. Oh yeah? Figured you all would drop out from all your friends' be kidnapped. Not a chance. We got something cooking. Her leverage will be gone before she knows it. So it looks like the idea is that with each level, we unlock like another one. We beat another person in the competition. And then we kind of go from there. It's kind of like Mega Man-esque. Whoa, Jesus. Alright. It's very Mega Man-esque in that way. These guys are landmines. Oh. Got it. Oh, that's cool. That's something that I love. Like, it's something you rarely get to see, you know? Does that always shoot to the right? Oh, wait. It's shooting the opposite direction my character is facing. Wonder why. Oh, I think it's bouncing off the ceiling. That's why. Yeah, I love that. Going off the actual screen. And again! Beat him up. Is that a pogo stick? Totally is. Oh, God. All right. Just out of nowhere. Kind of King DDD there. Like, getting feeling from, like, Kirby. Yeah, Kirby vibes. Parsley taught me today's perfect isn't always tomorrow's. Time for me to pay that forward. Yeah, a little bit of like Super Mario, like original. A little bit of Kirby. All kinds of different stuff, honestly. There's a lot of, like, playing a bunch of old school platformers love in here, you know? Oh! Victory is mine. Got it. Holy shit. Alright. She's coring all the cakes. This is Donna Primo with breaking news. Known supercriminal Bonnie Fell has been implicated in the robbery of 2 more banks. What I'm about to say may shock and horrify you. Now, she has not only hit the Bank of Grevenville, but Silverlight and Grave. As you may know, glancing at a map, these are impossible distances to have traveled in a short period of time. Some people asking, can Bonnie clone herself? Has she learned to make her vicious skeletal fiends look like her? Stay tuned to Grevenville News for the latest updates. Dude's sick. Oh, how disappointing. Care to explain how any ungifted could possibly make it this far? Luck, perhaps? Wow. Nice cake, lady. Maybe you should be more worried about yourself. I'm the greatest baker in all of Hollower. My creations are perfect. I didn't even let my own child get in the way of my destiny. She baked her own child. The horror! My destiny. You hardly stand a chance. I'll send you to the trash where you belong. You cannot defeat perfection. The only trash here is you, lady. Hi. Oh, god damn it. What? Oh, wow, it's like an all or nothing. All right. Bread. I dodged a wrench, dude. Dodged a wrench. She didn't dodge my baguette. Look how far I've fallen. Beaten by an ungifted. You're quite talented. Would have been closer if you didn't destroy your own cake. I sacrificed everything for this, to be the best baker, but now look at me. Your work was better. Had I destroyed mine or not, you remind me of myself when I was younger. We wouldn't know who'd have really won until we rematched another time. Yes, another time. No idea, man. Nope. Nope. That's kind of interesting. Okay, so I can down throw to do an extra hop. Nope. Something's just so nice about cutting her off like that, to be honest with you. Up. I get hit in the last second. That's funny. Happens. Movement's just really tight, kind of slippery on it. Which is kind of the genre, right? That last cake, we could have done better. I didn't stir the icing quite enough. Well, today's perfect isn't tomorrow's. I'll just have to learn and make a new perfect next time. It's too late to let ourselves get held up on doubts and mistakes already behind us. Oh, there's something down here. Nope, that doesn't do it either. Nope, come on. Jesus. Someone put all my decorations into the cannons. How am I supposed to decorate now? Hell yeah. It's just whimsy, dude. It's 100% whimsy. Look at it go. Wait, is there more? I missed that tiny little edge there. Yeah, it's just whimsy. I love that. No! Made it. Victory. I had a little game you're all playing. There's gotta be a way to jump down, dude. Win or lose, it doesn't matter. I'll be making sure you're perfect. Don't worry, I'll spare all my favorite toys. That way I can play with them again and again. Yeah, there's gotta be a way to jump down, dude. How am I supposed to get in there? How am I supposed to get in there? Ah! 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 Done. Yeah, you can throw straight down. Victory is mine. Oh god, it's so hard to control when you're fast. It's so hard to control. The moment you touch the ground, it gets slippery as hell. What? Ah! Alright. Bramble looks very suspiciously like Shia Bun. I believe. You naughty little mice sure are causing a lot of trouble. We're here to beat you fair and square, Bramble. You can't scare us away. Ah! God damn it. Oh, shit. Alright. Wrecked. There's so many recipes that I'm missing. There's so many recipes I'm missing. Honestly, this game is very fun. I think this is really good. Yeah. When all this is over, why not be my new toy? If you don't, I'll go play with all your friends instead. Have you heard from your bankers lately? What do you mean? Oh, nothing. Just that one of my good friends said she'd be clearing out all your vaults while you were busy. Bait, huh? Sure, I'll bite. I'll drag your body back drag her body back before you can all finish with her highness. You better watch out. She may not have her scythe, but you'll still be no match for Bonnie. I feel like I'm missing story there, right? Bonnie fell. Now I have to bite. Alright, I'm going to turn the music down. And then we're going to get the devs on. So far, the way that I feel about this is it feels like a love letter to old platformers. Like, Kirby. Even like kind of the speed of Super Meat Boy. Which isn't even an old platformer, because it's very fast. Like, it's super fast and slippery and kind of hard to control for me, to be honest with you. But that doesn't mean it's wrong, right? Like, it's that genre of game. It's very fast. Very, very fast. And I like that, honestly. Yeah, it's a mixed bag of a bunch of different platformers. And the music is fantastic. I know the music, I know, but we gotta be able to hear the devs. Can you guys hear me?
Hello.
I can hear you.
Hey, fantastic. All right. So, if you'd like to introduce yourselves, tell the audience who you are and what you're working on.
You wanna go first, Lou?
Yeah, sure. I go by Lulupa online, or Lou for short. I'm the lead pixel artist for the team, so most of what's in the game is stuff that I either made or cleaned up.
And then
Hello.
I'm Minbron. I'm the head clown of this circus.
Nice.
Handle most of the writing code and nonsense that goes on in the game itself.
So
Nice to meet you.
nice to meet both of you. Talk to me a little bit about inspirations for this, because it feels like a bunch of, like, for me, NES era kind of platformers. But I'd like to know, where did you guys, get the inspiration? What games was it?
I mean, it was a lot of stuff, really. This game actually went through a lot of different shapes and sizes.
Really?
Yeah, but we took a lot of inspiration from kind of early arcade games, or like, Bubble Bobble, that kind of stuff.
The art style does feel a
little-
lot like Bubble Bobble for the character design. Yeah, 100%.
I love Bubble Bobble, and a little bit Chip and Dale in there, probably a little bit of Super Mario 2. The usual suspects.
Yeah, fair.
We don't usually do sprites this small, but I mean, we have small sprites, but this is some of the smallest ones we've done, just because we wanted to make sure there was a lot of room on screen, considering the pace of this game.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, I
we've heard it be called a fever dream arcade game or something, and that cracks me up.
The thing that was interesting to me is
perfect.
this is the natural resolution. If you guys look in the top left corner of the screen, that's the game.
Yeah.
So that's your natural resolution for the game. What is the actual dimensions of this?
We widescreened a Game Boy Color screen is what
Yeah,
we did.
it's 256 pixels by 144 pixels.
And what engine did you guys make this in?
This is
Unity.
Unity. Yeah.
Unity. Okay, because I was gonna say, if you're doing it on Game Boy Color, if you're doing it on Game Boy Color dimensions, I don't know if you guys have seen Game Boy. God, what is it? Game Boy Studio? Have you seen that?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I've got one of these bad boys. If you look at this thing, it's a Game Boy operator from Epilogue, and they're like $50. But the cool thing about it is you can use Game Boy Studio and then take your game and put it on original hardware and then play it on Game Boy using these, which is rad. And the first thing I thought of was, I was like, I wonder if they did this in Game Boy Studio, because like then you guys would be able to play it on actual original hardware. But I don't know if that's possible with the Unity game. I have no idea.
It's definitely not possible. And unfortunately, I don't think I'm smart enough to do that either. So
You can always learn.
we're
cool
just
new
over
games.
here doing the absolute best that we can. So
Well, you're doing good. I think that's cool, and that was the thing, is I was like, I wonder if they did this, because it's definitely like one of those things that's pretty awesome. I really like the idea of playing on original hardware, playing games they kind of look like they were made for that hardware.
Yeah,
Like
for
this-
sure. I think it does well on the Steam Deck. Like you were saying earlier in the stream, I think it's pretty fortunate that the Steam Deck has become a thing, because we've made a lot of games in this sort of a crunchy Game Boy Color aesthetic. So it really does well on that.
Yeah. What Whoa. Okay, this is a way different fight. What other games have you guys made?
Well, we've got 4 other games besides this. We've got our first one, Prodigal, which is like a Zelda-like game. Our second one, Curse Crackers, which is a platformer. That one's a little more maybe Kirby, Wario-like. We've got Veritas, which is a sequel to Prodigal. We've got a game about basically RuneScape woodcutting, which is called April Grove. We made that one as sort of an April Fool's joke.
Yeah.
And then, of course, this one. And we're working on another one right now that follows up this game called Curse Chapter Dawn Thief. It's a
lot of names.
Yeah. Well, a lot of games.
Yeah.
Oh. We've been at this for a bit now, so.
And how's the reception for that been, actually? Because like I actually didn't even check the Steam page. I should probably do that. Yeah, for each of your guys' games, have you seen like a growing audience between all of these? Is this something you've been doing, over time, and you're just kind of building something up? Like, how do you feel that people receive these? Because I'm mostly interested in that, because it's like a really niche audience, right? When you're having like a kind of crunchy pixel art, difficult platformer, I'm really interested in seeing how you guys feel that these are doing. And you're sitting at 97% positive, so it's definitely nothing to scoff at. So yeah, I'm mostly wondering about the genre. Like, you guys are kind of in a genre that I don't know anything about, in like these kind of crunchy pixel art sort of games that are difficult platformers. So have you seen a large amount of growth in this, or is it kind of like just a really small audience?
We've had a steadily growing dedicated audience that we're really fortunate to have. We don't just do platformers, like Lou said. We have a couple Zelda-like games, and that has helped us kind of hit different audiences. I don't know. We have a small dedicated audience, but we haven't, had that sort of breakout moment yet. So we're kind of operating. We've been at what 5 years now, Lou?
Yeah, 5 years. Well, longer actually. But 5 years since our first game released.
Okay.
How many people are in the team total? Is it just you, or
it fluctuates?
more?
It fluctuates.
Contractors and stuff like that between projects.
Yeah. So usually it's me, Min, and our music guy John, who has done all the lovely stuff that you guys have been listening to so far. We bring on a few pixel artists sometimes if we're kind of running behind on a deadline or really need to crunch for something. We'll bring in some people for kind of auxiliary work. We've had people off and on to help with like social medias and things like that. We've tried some different PR people before, but for the most part, it's me, Min, and John at the core of things.
Nice. Yeah, no, it's pretty normal to just go through contractors and like have people move in and out of projects. I think it's really fascinating to me because this is an area of games I don't know anything about, like at all. Like it's such a small audience of people that are doing this, and I think it's awesome, honestly. Like I'm really glad that these types of games exist still, because it's an art form that is kind of dying. Like really crunchy pixel art and kind of difficult platformer stuff is, a lot of people don't do it anymore, and they should. So good on you.
Well, I mean, I think part of the reason is that it's kind of out of fashion.
To be
right
real
now,
though,
everyone's doing 3D.
they are, but like to be real, there are other games that have just completely popped off, and kind of it's one of the things where I tell people, like, it doesn't matter if your art is like perfect next gen or anything like that. I showed this off earlier today. Is VVV, right? That's like one of the crunchiest games that I've ever seen in my life, and it's very simplistic, incredibly so, but it's very popular, and that's these types of games are the ones that I'm really happy still exist, because it shows that as an art form you can still have these really interesting, really kind of old school style graphics, and it doesn't defeat the game at all in any way. I love that. So
yeah,
I have no idea how to get through this.
Definitely. Well, I mean, you want me to tell you?
No.
Okay, well.
Just can I get through this is the idea. I think I can.
At some point, maybe.
Well, but no, I'm just glad you guys are doing this. Okay. We got a boss fight. Neat.
I mean, it's been a pretty crazy adventure so far with the game development stuff. Met a lot of cool people. We've had a lot of really cool opportunities, either to just be places or do things. I mean, this is probably one of the coolest big opportunities that we've had. So thank you so much for having us on.
No, the pleasure's all mine. Like, you guys are doing something that's really cool. I think there's not enough opportunities for indies out there, legitimately so. And I'm more than happy to do this. Yeah, I'm more than happy to do this. Like, especially after the meme trend that's going on right now, where everyone's kind of clowning on the Game Awards, right? And they're like, "Oh yeah, I didn't have $1 million, so like, but retweeting me is free," because apparently the claim is that the getting an ad spot in the Game Awards was $1 million, which is realistic to me. That seems correct, right? But like, no indie is going to be able to pay that. That's insane to me, right? Yeah.
I mean, I retweeted one of those tweets and said, "Wow, that's over three times our yearly budget."
Yeah, there's no way. I mean,
there's no way on earth we could do that ever.
Yeah, it's one of the things that's really
outrageous. But they go out there
outrageous.
and parade these things. They're like, "Oh, this is an indie game." What are you talking about, bro? What do you mean?
No, it's.
Why are they there?
I really don't like the way that indies are portrayed now, where they're like, "Oh, it's an indie game. Why? Because it's got a small team." It's like, no, indie means independent, man. Like, they have to be independent from investment from the outside is the whole point of it. And it could be anything. It could be small, big, pixel art, not pixel art. Doesn't really matter. As long as you guys can steer the ship.
I will always remember we were at PAX, and we were kind of like in this little indie area where it was like real indie type people. And then we could see like the big boy indies with like their huge setups, and they were super cool and all other sort of stuff. And this guy walked by with his girlfriend, And she goes, "Oh wow, what are those games?" And he goes, "Oh, those are the like indies." Like,
Indies? Is that what we're doing now? Oh
yeah,
man.
yeah. There just the way that he said it felt really kind of gross and just oh man.
Those are
come
the
on.
gross indies. Yeah,
Yeah,
what the
those
hell?
are like those are the peasant indies.
Yeah.
What is this? What are we doing here? What is going on?
That's
bro?
so dumb.
You gotta chill out.
Yeah, no, that's all too common, man. Like that's what I was saying before. Is that's why people are like, why are you so angry about terms, right? Because like the way that I've always learned it is AA and AAA come over from the investment banking industry. That's where the terms came from. It's about the not the quality, but kind of the chance of return on an investment. So when you're talking about AA and AAA games, you're talking about an investment product before you're talking about a game, and it's the chance of you getting your money back or making money off of it, and how risky that investment is. And indie means it's a shorthand for independent. It means a game that is not taking an investment, doesn't have any investors, and the developers steer their own ship. And they're the only ones who can steer that ship. And no publisher from the outside, nobody from the outside can change anything. And that's what indie is. And it's funny because anything else it's AA. If you got investment, that's AA. And it's okay to be indie and it's okay to be AA, but like with everybody using the terms so differently, it's made it impossible to figure out like what is an indie game. And I think it's kind of clouding that in a way that is rough for consumers to even find out what indie means,
But you have all these companies that are thrilled to market on it. Like you had Ubisoft pushing a Prince of Persia game, being like, indie. What do you mean it's indie, Ubisoft?
That's not what it means. You're Ubisoft. Yeah, no, it doesn't make any sense, dude. It's indie because it has Indiana Jones in it. Exactly, dude. So you figured it out.
Yeah, it's indie because we said so, dude. It's got indie energy. It's got the vibe.
It's indie
Don't
because
worry about the facts.
We gave this team $50 million and then told them they could do whatever they want. That makes it indie, dude.
Man, I'd love $50 million.
Yeah, I know, right? Dude,
we'd be set for like the next 10 years. Holy cow.
More than 10 years? What do you mean? We don't spend nearly that much. Dude.
So what makes you guys want to make games like this? That crunchy pixel art style. What is the draw for you? Is it just your favorite kind of game?
There's a few reasons. One of the big ones is it's a style that's easy to make look good and produce assets for quickly. Because we're a small team and because we don't have a ton of money, we need to be able to get stuff out fairly quickly. So
With that in mind, how long is the production on this so far? How long have you guys been working on this game?
Oh, that game? I mean, that one's done and out. So that was about a year and a half is usually.
The final game was like half a year. This game got remade 3 or 4 times because we kept trashing it. The first one was like a match 3 kind of. I don't know if you've heard of. Actually, like think of a Bejeweled type game. It was kind of like that, and then that had to get trashed. And then we tried another like version more like this. It didn't work. Trashed that. Started over. So this game had a troubling history as far as we're concerned, but most of our games take about a year or so to make.
Yeah. When you say didn't work, do you mean you just tried it and it just wasn't fun?
Yeah, basically.
Basically, yeah.
What do you What are your guys' criteria for that actually? Because we've got a lot of developers in the community, like a lot, and then that is an interesting kind of idea of you have this thing you've been working on and you find out it just sucks. Like what kind of criteria do you have? Is it just a vibe thing of like, hey, the team we just don't feel it's good,
I mean, historically, I'm the canary in the coal mine, right? I think, Lou.
I think you are usually the first one to say this is bad, this isn't working. Yeah.
Yeah. I get stuck playing the game constantly, and I'm a very inherently impatient and easily agitated person because I'm such a likable individual, very affable. So that leads to situations where I very quickly am sick of like whatever mechanic it is, whatever level it is, and then I'll just trash it and replace it. Like our very first game, Prodigal, I like called everyone in a call and I said, "Hey, the game's bad. I'm restarting. Like I'm trashing everything." And turned out for the better. But
that's a terrifying conversation to have.
Yeah, I mean, it created it creates more work for me because it's my problem, right? We reuse all the art assets. It's just I'm the one that makes myself suffer because I I'm not gonna put up with something I don't want to play.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I mean, like, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and it's good to have at least somebody on the team to be willing to say that, you know, and that's not always the case. So, nice, good on you.
I mean, everybody on. Well, okay. Between me and Min, I was gonna say everybody on the team, but John doesn't usually input too much. Like he's kind of cool with whatever, unless it's really bad. But there's
usually it's me and Lou at each other's throats.
Sounds like a good working environment.
We're pretty intense people. We're very intense people, but it makes us work well together, right? Lou jokes that we have the same mental illness, it's just different flavors, you know. So
it's usually we'll talk with each other pretty frankly about where we think the game is at. When I got hired on, I wasn't originally the lead pixel artist, and there was an entirely different game being worked on, not our first one that we released. And there were various other contractors that had worked on that project at the time, and after they all left and we were kind of sitting and looking and talking about things, I pretty much said, like, hey, like, the stuff that a lot of these other guys did is not good and isn't going to lead to a good looking game, and like, here are some problems with the game. The way, basically, I told him all my grievances with the game that he was making, and that was one of the things that I think endeared me to him, because he's like, oh, finally somebody who will like tell me what the problems are.
Yeah,
it was immediate, like, love at first sight right then and there. It was like, oh yes,
yeah,
this is what I've been waiting for.
That's valuable on a team, to be honest with you, is have somebody that's going to be like, hey, this sucks.
Yeah, because like
it's rough, but like,
by yes men, right? And then you make something terrible, and that happens all the time.
Yeah, no, definitely. There we go. So what have you guys tried? This is something I'm really interested in, is what have you guys tried so far in terms of marketing for this? Or for anything else that you work on? What is your go-to? And I know that's
every single time. And every single time we're like, it's good that we tried it, but this didn't work. Like, we tried Kickstarter for this thing. It was a fun experience. It was interesting, but I don't think it did what we were hoping it would do. We've tried using PR people that you pay from the outside. We've tried doing a lot of networking with creators. We've tried doing, I don't know, giveaways and normal social media posting and being obnoxious. We post our OSTs on YouTube, which oddly enough gets a lot of clicks for us. We're still figuring that part out. We're not very good at that. We're trying to get better, but it's a weak point for sure.
What do you think is the least effective thing you guys have done in terms of that, actually?
Probably working with the PR people.
Really?
I feel like that's been... Well,
it depends on your perspective, right? So, like, on paper, a lot of the PR people did great stuff because it's like, oh, look at all these articles we got, right? But if you look at key redeems and key coverage and all that sort of stuff, it did not what we were hoping. So you can point that and blame us in our game. That's fine. I can understand that. But, you know, at the end of the day, if I'm paying for someone to do something, I need more than just articles, you know?
Yeah.
Because I don't even know how well articles do these days. Who reads those?
The biggest thing that I've learned from that is you need to have metrics that actually matter, right? And like, that's what it sounds like you're running into the problem of, you know, you're getting articles, but does anyone buy any games off those articles? That's the only thing that matters. Like, is anyone even looking at the game? What are the conversion rates? What are the basics for that stuff? And I think a lot of times some publishers will get stuck on metrics that don't matter because they feel like that's a success metric to have that, but it's not. Like, what's a success metric is people seeing the game and interacting with you guys as a community or interacting with the game itself. And that's it. Like, and I do find that to be very common. And one of the things I always tell people is be wary of publishers. You know, you should know exactly what you want, exactly what you're getting into, because it gets dangerous quick. Because you know, They'll promise you the world and take all your money.
we feel like we see a bad end off of a publisher like every week.
Yeah, no, it's rough.
Crazy.
And it's sad, too, because it doesn't need to be that way. There's actually a lot of really good publishers out there. Like, I love Devolver Digital, for instance. Like, they do a really good job. I like them. And, like, the problem is they're the exception, not the rule. You know, like, that's super bad. It makes me sad.
And you have these, like, really small publishers that call themselves, like, indie publishers, too, that seem to be... Like, I think, like you said, Devolver is a clear example to the other direction, right? They do great work. They seem great. But there are a lot of them in that sphere that seem to really take advantage of people, really be manipulative, promise the world, and then, you know, where's all my money? What do I get?
Yep.
So...
And it's, I think the most common question that I get with that is, you know, how do I get a publisher? And I go, well, what do you want a publisher to do? And they go, I don't know. And I go, then you don't need a publisher. You just, if you don't know, then you don't need it. It's actually even up on develop.games, the website that we put out, of like when to get a publisher, why do you get a publisher? And you should have a very clear and defined goal for them. Like, is it marketing? Is it localization? Like, what is it that you're actually after, you know? But no, that's always super dangerous. And I guess it goes the same for like PR firms, because that's effectively like a publishing kind of thing, you know. Any PR firm that's a publishing activity for sure.
Some of the people that we did work with for PR stuff though were like really nice.
Oh yeah, they were all nice. It's just
and like really did like try to be helpful and stuff, and gave us a lot of good advice and all that kind of stuff. But you know, we just weren't able to get the results.
Yeah.
Which, you know, again, might not have even been on them necessarily.
Oh, I know. And like the one thing that I always remember and think about is we had a substantially sized YouTuber play our second game. And they like were talking to us through email, and we're like, yeah, dude, I really like this game. It's really cool. I'm not gonna be able to cover it though, because I can't risk it on the algorithm, right? So like, we're at that weird place where even if we're able to get our foot in the door with somebody, we don't have enough of that sort of social clout to actually get the coverage we need. No one's willing to take the risk on us, which, you know, we're still trying to figure out how to bridge that gap a little bit.
I love that I'm boiling a frog, literally.
He's just trying to have a spa day. I can't believe you're doing this to him.
Oh, you can believe it. You did it. This is your fault. I'm doing this because of you.
So all of our games, you might have gotten the impression of this playing this one. There's a little bit of kind of external world building that has been done, because all of our games are kind of connected. They're in the same universe, different worlds for a couple of them, but like there's crossover and timeline stuff going on. So we try and make it so that you can still enjoy the game without that extra knowledge. But if you have that, then you're able to kind of get a little more out of what's going on as well.
Yeah, I did kind of get the impression that there's a backstory to these characters that I'm not privy to in some of those areas, which wasn't like a bad thing. It was more like, oh, they know each other, but I don't know them, you know? Yeah, I don't think that was a bad thing at all. It was more... made me interested to find out like more information about the characters. Is that something you guys find is like good for the game, or do you find that it may be confusing for players? How do you feel about that?
It's got its pros and cons for sure. One thing it's really good for is helping to build our kind of internal community. There's a lot of discussion over anytime that we like release new footage or whatever of new projects or tease what we're working on. There's a lot of speculation for like what's going to be happening in regards to, oh, this character's in this, how does this tie into the previous stories and like what's been set up.
And that ends up being like kind of, you know, people start writing all their headcanon for what's going to happen or what characters involved. Yeah, that's cool. I dig that. So I'm gonna ask you a tough question. You ready for this?
Go for it.
I want you to call your baby ugly. Tell me what your game does the worst.
The co-op. The way that the co-op is fun because it's chaotic and ridiculous, but like the way it had to be coded and set up, I'm not happy with it and not pleased. That's what I think is the worst. And if we hadn't marketed it and if everyone hadn't made me stop, I would have ripped it out of the game before launch.
Grim Reaper over here. Nice.
We are ruthless when it comes to cutting things out of our games.
Yeah, no, it's fair. I mean, like, you know, if you gotta fit to the budget and fit to the time that you have, that does happen.
You gotta.
Yeah, for me, it's more about like, do I feel like I'm giving people something that I would feel comfortable purchasing, right?
Mhm.
Like, if I bought this, would I be tilted? Would I be annoyed? Because like, that's why I started making games, is because I got so irritated with how gaming was going and how much I didn't like the direction the different franchises were going that I grew up with and loved.
So you basically
like,
started making games because you couldn't find games that you liked.
Yeah,
in that
I
direction.
make the joke pretty constantly because people are always like, "Oh my gosh, this is a love letter to this," and I'm like, "No, it's not a love letter. This is hate mail. This is my declaration of war against what these horrible people have done to my childhood games."
That's ridiculous, dude. Oh my god. You know, hell yeah. Yeah, because the more that I play this, the more that I start to get kind of like the feel for the way that the character works, and it does feel like that. It feels like I'm just playing an old school NES game, which that's not an easy thing to achieve. So hell yeah, good job. Ooh.
You're also playing his favorite character right now.
Hawk is the best. I love him so much. Oh,
It's pretty strong.
we try to hide little tech and movement and fun little combinations you can do with different characters in like almost all of our games. So in just about any color grade game you try, there's some way that you can kind of have unintended interactions with the world and character mechanics that are pretty fun and interesting.
Mm-hmm. Fighting a boss fight. Nope. I got greedy. The greed.
Run down by a lady with a spiked umbrella. How could you do this?
I'm trying to find all the ways to get like free bonus hits.
That was the other thing that I had a lot of fun with, because I wanted to have people use the stars, but I also wanted people to have the option to get greedy hits in, because I like doing that. I like to
greedy hits is fun. Yeah, no, it's fun.
It's a lot of fun, especially when it's risk reward. That feels good.
It's funny because it's like I could totally just do this fight without doing that, but it feels better to be like It's just like a nice little extra in that. Yeah, exactly.
We were actually, while we were waiting, we were commenting on your good gameplay.
It's not even good. I was scuffed. I feel like I'm a lot better at the game now that I've like had my hands on it for a minute, but in the beginning I was just garbage.
The average streamer that we watch play these games is actually a pretty wild experience, both from a gameplay perspective and a narrative perspective. Like,
Really?
I watched one of them skip every line of dialogue, didn't read a single thing, and then they get to like the halfway point and they start complaining that the game story's trash because they have no idea what's going on. I'm just like ripping out my hair. It's like, oh my gosh, what do you mean? You didn't even read. What do you want me to do here?
I got a funny story about that,
crazy.
actually. Community laughs about it all the time. I had this kid contact me over email a long time back, and he was like, your game doesn't have any story in it. And I was like, what are you talking about? So I talked to him for like 20 minutes because I always try to like, respond to feedback or like look to see what's going on. And talked to him for a while, and I was like, is the story not good? Do you just not like it? Like, what's going on? Did it bug out? And eventually he revealed that he skipped all of the dialogue in the game because he doesn't like reading. And his feedback was the game had no story, and I was like, it's a narrative game, dude. I can't do anything about that, but like, at least I heard him out. But it always makes me laugh to this day. It's been years since I heard that, but it still makes me laugh to this day because it's just, for me, it felt really silly,
They have that old quote of no plan survives contact with the enemy, no game survives contact with gamers. Like, it's just
how it works.
Unavoidable.
You will always find someone that plays your game in a weird way. It's always going to happen, and you'll always learn from it in some strange way. Like they've people have given feedback that has led to complete design changes for me. Like, actually, that's an interesting one. How has your community's feedback changed this game in any way whatsoever for you?
I mean, the last overhaul, really, that was the from feedback, not direct feedback, but we were watching some of our community testers play, and that was when we decided, like, oh man, like this iteration just still isn't fun. We really need to rework it into what it is now. But I mean, if there's a lot of problems with something, or we get a lot of feedback on it, we're pretty fast on
Yeah, like if you for example, you want to talk about us being fast on iterating on feedback. If you close the game and patch it, there'll be an up arrow in the first room.
What? Oh, so you changed it while I was playing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We made it. I just forgot. So my bad on that one.
Oh, for the door, because I was like, I don't know what to do,
for
man.
The door.
That's funny.
Yep. I was like, I had my head in my hands. I was like, dude, I thought I patched that. I thought that was in the last build. What am I doing?
It's always one of the fun things that you don't think about too much, is when you assume a certain thing is obvious for players, or will be obvious for players, and then it's not always.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I've had that too. You know, like just people playing the game and then they're like, I have this scene where you're stamping mail, and it's meant to be like evoke a reaction of like you feel like you're in a dead end job and you don't realize you can leave at any time. And there are players that will sit there and press the button every time the mail stamps, thinking it's a rhythm game. There are players that will put their controller on the table and just watch it and be like, what am I doing? I've even had players that in the middle of this, and you could press any button and the scene ends. Any button, anywhere. Doesn't matter. Doesn't need to be a specific one. Any one at all. And there are people that have sat there and they're like, I've been sitting in this scene for 20 minutes and I sent you this email to find out how to get past it. And I'm like, press any key on your keyboard, on the controller, anything. And it just always fascinates me because it's rare, but it's like you are not ready for every single person that gives feedback on your game. There will be a person that gives you feedback and you're like, how did they think that? Every time. Yeah, every single time.
Oh yeah.
It's always surprising. And it's not like people are dumb. It's just like they thought a certain way about the media, and it's fascinating because you're like, I would have never thought that. Like,
yeah, just a different perspective.
Yeah. So you guys patched that thing in the very beginning to have an arrow key to show that you press up in the room. I think that's great though. Like honestly, because you saw it in the stream and I was so confused.
we had it in our first platforming game in Curse Crackers, but we just forgot to do it at launch on this one. I don't know why, but obviously we forgot it in the last 6 patches we've done since then. So
yeah,
we're doing great, folks. Everything's fine. Never forget anything.
That's how it goes, though. Like, I don't know, software development, game development is tough. Not an easy thing to do. But you guys are doing just fine.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. So what advice do you guys have for devs that are just starting out? People who are just beginning that adventure? And I know it's going to be tough because every developer, everyone has different, advice for this, and I don't think there's any wrong answer there at all.
Our advice is usually don't do it.
Wow.
Don't.
Well,
Simply do not.
There's an important thing I like to add to that, right? So my strong advice is don't do it. Don't get into it. Don't make games. It's a lot of work. It's way more work than you anticipate. It's way more frustrating than you anticipate. Whatever, right? Now, there's 2 different directions you can go with that. You can be hard-headed enough and say, no, I want to do this, shut up. Or you can roll over and walk away. If you're the type of person that's going to roll over and walk away, you probably weren't going to make it making games because it's way too difficult. So
you basically say, I want you to make games out of spite because you're going to need it. And if you say no because some guy on the internet said you're not going to do it, then you're not going to do it anyway. All right.
And people give me grief all the time. They're like, "Oh, you can't make games out of hatred and spite," and I'm over here
that's
actually doing it. So
that's a lie.
I don't know, dude. Where's your game at, bro? Where's your love letter, idiot?
Dude, our block game, we made an MMO in Minecraft, and the reason why that this is so stupid. The reason that happened is because I played Minecraft the first time 5 years ago. And because I didn't want to play it, I was like, no, I don't want to do that. It's like Legos, but I don't have an objective. And I finally played it, and I was like, I want to make an MMO in this because we can have a shared experience. We can just have fun and like replace it. And they're like, you can't do that. It's not possible to do that fully. And I was like, I'm going to do it fully server side. And they're like, that's not possible. And now we have a fully server side MMO, and we're going to be porting it into Hytale in January.
Oh, cool.
Like, so it's just like hilarious is that whole thing. Like Jake and I even have, it's just Jake and I work on it. We even have a thing when you log in, it says made with spite, like right on it. Because that's exactly what it was. It was like, why are you doing this? Because spite. They said we couldn't, and now we're doing it, you know?
Like the other thing is people roll over on the idea of like, oh, well, motivation, oh, inspiration. They want all these like arbitrary emotional states to be what they rely on to get them through it. It's like all of that is fleeting.
You could have it. I mean, there are games
you can
that
have
like
it. It's great. Yeah. It's great to have it. It's great when you do have it, but you're not always going to have it. Like the last week, Lou and I threw together a fully playable like prototype of our next game. And like to do that in a week was grueling and not fun. And like we were in a voice call and I'm complaining the whole time, like, I don't want to do this, man. This sucks. This is terrible. And like we did it. It was great. It's cool. It's great. But there was not a moment in there that I was feeling like, wow, I'm so motivated. This is golly gee with Willikers. This is swell, y'all. So
no, fair.
We were like,
yeah, it can be brutal sometimes. And you have to find your inspiration somewhere. Whether that's spite-driven or otherwise. As long as you find your inspiration to do the thing, then you win.
I mean, I think you win as long as you do something, right? Like
do something. Yeah.
Shipping,
you don't even have...
shipping a game is the other thing that I really push people on. It's like, don't make your 10-year game project. Shut up and make something tiny. Like, go through that experience. Learn what it's like. See what it feels like to put something on the store. Because I've had so many developers... like people that made a game all on their own over like 4 to 5 years, and they message me and are like, what's wrong with my Steam page? Like, why do I not getting traction? What did I do wrong? And it's kind of easy to see a lot of the problems that they had, but like because it fell on its face, well, now they're staring down at 5 years of time that they feel like they wasted, which that's a horrible feeling. I wouldn't want anyone, I don't want to see people going through that. So I don't know. I think that's another thing that really needs to be pushed. It's like, make your dumb tiny game. And
that's the advice I always give everyone, because like our first game as a studio was a month. It was 1 month of development time. That was it. And we did it. It was an arcade game, and it was fun. It's called Champions Breakfast. Worked out, you know, and it taught me a bunch of stuff, and we had a blast doing it. And that was it. You know, and I think it was 24 days in total from concept of like, let's make something to it's on the store, you know. And like that process allowed us to learn everything about how to launch on Steam, how to make Steam trading cards, how to do capsule images, how to like, you know, handle all the business side stuff and trademarks and money and like everything with that. It taught just an immeasurable amount of stuff beyond just making the video game. And like I always tell people, just make something small. Like turn your game jam game into a real game for a minute and launch it and see what happens and then learn from that, you know? Yeah, the weird save file. I do have a weird save file in there. It's great.
extended game jam, essentially.
Yeah. And we do game jams. We actually run game jams twice a year. So the next one's up in January. And like we do that to push that home of like, just make something shitty. And that's fine. Cool. You know, as long as you make the thing, whatever it is.
That's what we did on April Grove. We made it as an April Fool's joke over a week. And then we actually finished it over a month. Because people are like, no, that's not a real game. Y'all didn't make a woodcutting simulator. Y'all wouldn't do that. Yeah, we did.
And then it happened, and now you have a game out. That's funny. Yeah, you never know where that's going to take you, too. Oh, what is this guy's attack pattern? Oh, it's bullshit. Great. What are you...
oh. Sorry, I'm reading the chat now, too.
Good. Yeah, go for it.
When it comes to games going viral, I think a lot of them, it has to do more with the kind of crowd that they appeal to, and if there's something that makes for a good like entertainment value for somebody to be showing it off. Our games are they're really just like solid games, right? There's not like, they're not funny, they're not
they're a little funny.
Well, there's humor for sure, but like it's not like if you're playing a game with a group of friends or something that's more explicitly comedic,
like a Peak or things like that. Yeah.
And that's why those tend to do really well, is because it's easy to it's easy to produce entertainment out of them for other people rather than just being fun for the person playing.
No, that makes sense. And like it's something that transfers pretty immediately to the community, you know? And like with this, it's a difficult little platformer. And it's funny too, because I bet this looks easier than it is kind of how I feel about it. But I don't know why. Because like the platforming is quite, you know, when you first start out, it's very fast. And now it's like, it feels good now because I'm getting used to it.
Well, it's funny. So you discovered the run button just by pressing buttons, but we don't teach that in the tutorial because it tends to just get people killed.
Really? Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah.
It will get you killed, like 100%. But once you start using it, like it feels really good.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. But it's sort of it's the button that gets you killed. So it's there as a treat for people who experiment and press buttons, but not for people who are just picking up the game and figuring things out necessarily.
I mean, it's funny, the run button's the button that gets you killed in all of our games. I grew up on a very solid diet of Sonic games growing up, so I just like to go fast.
That is completely fair, and you're definitely going real fast in this. But like once you kind of get the hang of it, it starts to feel good. It starts to feel right. And when you're not doing it, like I'm basically just holding it down like 90% of the time now.
I mean that's the way to play, right? That's what everybody wants.
Yeah, exactly. If I'm not going fast, what am I doing with my life? Oh, that was weird. So, what would you guys say is the hardest part about running a studio that you find so far? I mean, it's not even just going to be the games; it's going to be everything else too.
Yeah, I mean, making games is not the hard part. I guess it's the trying to maintain communication and relationships and handle all the other stuff besides making the games.
Yeah, getting coverage, getting out there is definitely the hardest part.
Yeah,
because the competition is unreal, and because as we talked about earlier, the whole tag of indie getting watered down, it's like, oh great, we're in the same arena fighting with all these huge games with massive budgets and marketing budgets.
Yeah, no, you are competing with that. That makes sense. I just figured out I can fly with this character.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
You found the tech.
The bread character can do it then too.
Yep, bread character can do it too.
Love that. That's such an awesome feeling, is finding that out in the middle of the gameplay. But no, I feel you on that completely. It's never the game itself. It's always everything else that comes out of it.
If it was just making games, we could just never talk to anybody and it'd be great.
Jesus. Sadly impossible.
Yeah.
We're making ourselves sound like we're really antisocial, Lou.
Well, I mean, a little bit.
Only a tad.
One part that is really fun, though, although it's, results may vary and it costs a good chunk of change to do, is conventions, going and getting to interact with people, like, in person. Yeah. That's really fun. I think one of the coolest moments for that is when we went to our first one. It was a small convention down in Texas, and it was watching a bunch of kids play. I think it was Curse Crackers that we were showing off, but
yeah,
it was just really kind of magical to see that and to imagine, like, oh man, I remember as a kid going places and there'd be like arcade machines and stuff, and I'd always want to play them, and I don't know, it was really nice to have that to be able to provide that as an experience for somebody.
Yeah, I could see that completely. I think that the biggest thing for me is the same. Like I still remember every convention that we went to, and like how that felt every time. It's always something that's like really energizing after the convention. You would expect to be like super tired, but I always feel like really happy about it. Like you see everybody playing your game, you get to try stuff out, and it's just a good time, And we used to drive to them every time, which was like kind of a nightmare, but it was like way cheaper. So it was like, all right, I think that was the biggest thing about it. It's nice. It's a nice feeling for that, like something you'll never get anywhere else.
No, I agree. I agree entirely.
If you have the opportunity and you're making a small indie game, go to a convention. Our first one was Eugene Comic-Con in Eugene, Oregon, and it was $20. to have a booth, and there was like that many people there. Yeah, it's like that was it, and it was. I'll never forget it, man. Like it was the most awesome time, legitimately. As a town of like 50 people, like half the town was out. So ridiculous, actually. Yeah, good coverage.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just money. The room is just money. Nice.
I can't believe you're robbing a bank.
Oh, believe it.
Think about the example you're setting for your viewers right now.
Chat.
Goodness gracious.
I'd do it again. I love the steal. Yeah, I love stealing. Every video game I could steal in, I'm always stealing. These fights have gotten progressively harder, and I think you guys did a really good job on these, by the way. To be completely honest, I think they're very, very fun and enjoyable so far.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. It was one of the harder things was figuring out how to make them interesting when you have like a one-hit kill on your character. That was
they have to have challenge, but not too much challenge.
Yeah, if it's too much challenge, it's not fun, especially because, like you said, one-hit kill. Like that's hard to do, I think.
I'm still cracked up. We had a couple people when the game came out. They posted videos on YouTube of like beating the last boss without dying, and it's like, well, hold on, dude.
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way.
Every time to beat the boss, no matter what, you have to take no damage. What do you mean? No
what do you mean
boss?
Without dying?
Yeah, that's just how you do it.
There's no other way to beat the boss. That's funny, man. But people who don't know the game don't know, which is that's the best part. That's hilarious. I love the hidden tech in this. It just kind of reminds me of like old, kind of like exploit movement in certain video games, like in the NES. Like the game doesn't tell you about that, but you find that you can do it, even if it feels almost not intended, even though like we know it's intended. I like that a lot.
Yeah, it's something that's really we try and do that kind of thing because it gives their gosh, my words aren't working. It's nice to have something for people to discover. Because then they get to feel a little bit more like they're exploring the game, even if they don't necessarily have much to explore.
And it changes how I feel about all the other mechanics, because it means that those other environments that I left, there's probably weird movement tech that I just didn't know about then. And now that I have this, I know I can get in areas earlier in the game that otherwise I wouldn't be able to. So it changes the way that I play the game. Makes me want to replay and like find other areas, And I really like that.
And there's a lot of secret stuff in this too. That's something that we put in a lot of our games, or we put a lot of in our games, are either secret rooms or secret unlockables. This game has a few secret like indie characters from some different indie games that the developers were kind enough to allow as playable guests. Some of them you can unlock with collectibles that you find. Some of them are they have like secret methods to unlock. So that was something really cool that we really hadn't ever had the opportunity to do before, and we're very grateful for the people who wanted to collaborate with us there.
That's really awesome, actually. I didn't realize it had all that in it. I think that for me, it's mostly just like a very, very solid platformer with a lot of cool hidden content, and I think that's awesome. I think that's really cool that you guys have those types of relationships, though, because like that always makes games cooler, especially because indies need all the community they can get, 100%.
It's really cool to be able to interact with other developers, and
yeah, I hope you guys are using the channel that I have in there too, because we can have a global chat for the other devs, because like one of the things I wanted to do outside of just doing Indiecember was making it so that you guys could have like, hey, go chat with the other devs, and it's sort of with that in mind.
Yeah, I've actually I've been in the call a couple of the days, and I've talked to a few people who are going to be in later in the weekend. So
nice, hell yeah! Nobody knows who they are.
Yeah, it's a secret.
It is. It's a secret.
But I don't know. It's cool. I'm glad there's a bunch of passionate people.
I could pick up my fireball.
You can. It's true. there aren't a lot of places that allow you to do that, but this room is one of them because of its special properties.
Yeah, because the floor. That's a really weird one. Oh, I failed. All right, I understand now. No, I super dig this. Like, I do think that this kind of stuff is fascinating, though. Is like, you know, making games like this in kind of this style just feels really cool, and you guys have executed it very masterfully. So, rock on. You've done an awesome job, legitimately.
It's been a good time for the most part. You know, there's always there's always some exception.
Yeah. Well, with that in mind, we're almost at time. But is there anything you'd like to say to the chat or to the community to end us out?
Check out the game on Steam and check out Dawn Thief and wishlist that.
Yeah, go look at all our stuff.
The trailer's really cool. I promise.
Here, I'm gonna go grab you.
Everyone should watch it.
Here are the links.
Don't make games. That's right. Don't make games.
It's so funny because literally my tagline is "Go make games." Like, you guys are just the opposite right now. It's wild, wild thing to say, dude.
It's a motivator, you know.
It's the spite motivator.
Yeah.
That's so funny. But yeah, no. The best thing you guys can do ever, and I bring this up every time we do this, is it is free for you to go and wishlist a video game. If you are interested in this at all, if you're interested in their work, wishlisting their games tells Steam that Steam will make more money off of it, and then Steam will try to push it to more people as a result. So it's the same as upvoting a YouTube video or anything like that. It matters a lot. Good games don't sell themselves. You sell them by doing things like that, legitimately so. But no, I think this is actually incredibly fun. I started to get lost in the sauce playing it on there. Once I started to figure out like movement and like all the tech for it and how it felt, it's really well done, like incredibly well done. Like it's very, very smooth. You guys have put a lot of effort into this and it's quite good. So
Thanks
awesome
so
job.
Thank you for playing and thank you for having us on here. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's my pleasure entirely. Like this, we actually got so much interest that we're going to be doing this in June as well.
Cool.
So yeah, we'll be doing it twice a year from now on, and just like having a blast and showing off a bunch of indies, you know. And like, I think that the indie community needs something like this. Is how I felt about it. Is like we need more indies to be out there instead of having to pay like $1 billion to be able to even be seen. And it's cool for the community because they get to see a bunch of games they've never seen before and hear insights from people like you guys out there in the trenches making things, you know, and see what the reality of that is.
Maybe if we have another game ready by then, we'll apply again.
I can hear sweating. What?
Ready by then. Like,
I didn't know sweating could have a noise. That's interesting. Yeah. Jesus.
That's the goal. Next year we're gonna be a little crazy. So.
Hey chat, remember when I said I would do it again? I meant it. Oh, I have to pick up the gems. I'm a fool.
I think you're actually just about at the end too.
Hell yeah. Is this the end of the whole game, or is it the end of like the content you guys have available?
Once you reach the end of all the story stuff, it's there's like some challenge levels and things. There's secret collecting and all that, but there isn't any more main content now.
Oh, I'm not forklift certified.
Can we show off one thing?
Sure.
After you beat this level?
Yeah, sure.
Can you quit out after you beat this level?
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty cool element to the game because it presents itself as like this normal straight through arcade type game.
Yeah, I can definitely do that. Give me just a minute.
Sorry,
oh God,
right
the statues. The statues are rough, dude. It feels like a game that's stealing my quarters. And I love that, dude. Like, I grew up in arcades when I was super young, and, like, arcades and Super Nintendo were, like, my jam. So, like, a game that steals your quarter just makes me go, no, I will win this quarter. Because you have limited quarters, man. And, like, it's got to steal it. Okay, so I quit out, you say?
So hit start, and then go to the flag and hold down on it, and you'll quit out.
All right.
So normally people are running into this by game overing. But since you're such a gamer, you did not game over.
I have 69 lives. I have a nice amount of lives. So, like, definitely a gamer. This is awesome looking. This is really cool. I love that it's an infinite scroll environment, too. That's cool. Love that. So this is like the hub world for everything.
You've got a level select. You've got, like, an art a gallery to look at stuff that was cut content or other things like that, cut songs. You have new characters you can unlock, characters you can switch to. Like I think you unlocked a character from another game earlier. I don't know if you've heard of Demon Turf, but we have Beebs in this game that you unlocked.
I've never heard of that game. There's like a whole ecosystem of games I've never heard about, and it's all coming from you now.
Yep. Yep.
This is rad. Yeah, no, this is super rad. I love the idea of like having a giant hub world like this. This is the extra layer that wouldn't be in a game from that time period, from like NES. You know, like this is the thing that you wouldn't see of like start up and you're inside of a hub world and do all that. It'd be like more of a linear experience. I think this is awesome.
Yeah, we wanted to make it kind of a twist surprise, which is why it comes in after a game over, quitting out for the first time. Because we really wanted to sell it initially as like the don't take my quarters arcade game, right? But once you get into this, it's like, oh, dude, there's so much more. This is cool.
Yeah, this is really cool. I think you guys have done an amazing job. Like this actually just added a whole nother layer to the game for me, like some glorious onion. You've done it. This is cool.
That's why I wanted to show it to you before we left. You know,
honestly cool. Yeah, I want a cursed object. This is how you unlock characters. Oh, I need a cursed object though, so I can get the small dinosaur.
All 4 of those are other indie games. You got Berserk Boy, Sheep Lass, Fallen Leaf, and I forget the other one, Dino Thunder or something.
Dino Quake. Dino Quake. Dino Thunder is Power Rangers.
Okay, my bad.
Please enjoy your first alternate color option for all characters. Alternate color options, too.
Yeah.
Okay. So you blue. Hell yeah. Dude, back in the day, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, dude, see, this is it. Like, now that's a microtransaction. It's like, oh, you want alternate colors? Pay for it, idiot. Like, that used to be something that was a reward for playing the game. That was cool.
And not only that, like back then, the amount of cost to put that on a cartridge was astronomical.
Yeah.
They're like, no, the cost of that would have been nuts. Because you have to do all the sprites all over again. Every single one of them. You can't use shaders or anything.
It depended. You could use shaders for some of that stuff.
Super Nintendo.
Palette swaps.
The cost associated was so high, though.
Yeah.
They had that for some stuff, but it was like, I don't know. It's not like great. It's very expensive. Nintendo could do it.
One of the coolest things about like the old palette based games was when they would do the palette cycling, where they would just change what color was in each value, and it would like cycle through, and so stuff would kind of pulsate with color.
I thought that wasn't possible on NES. I know it was possible on Super Nintendo, but on NES it was possible? Okay. Yeah, no, that I'm stand corrected then. That's wild.
Luke played a lot more retro games than I did. I was like the kid that his mom didn't want him to play a bunch of games, so I had like 3 that I just played to death.
Yeah. Amiga used a lot of palette cycling, is what someone in chat is saying. That's rad.
Ooh.
I wonder if there was a difference between the Famicom and NES in terms of functionality like that. I actually have no idea. I'm actually going to go look into it. I think the only person I know that would probably know more about that, like, you know, would be Simple Flips. He knows so much about old consoles. It's wild. That man lives Mario.
Yeah, no kidding. I've seen a lot of his stuff.
He's great. He's an awesome human being. Super nice guy. Shout out to Simple Flips. Now it's in the video. Now it can't go away. That's right. And there'll be no context for it. Because at the end of the ads. Well, anyway, it's been really lovely having you guys on. I think that your game is really awesome. I love that it is, as you called it, hate mail to the genre. But no, it feels really solid. It feels really good. And once you start getting that flow of like moving the different characters, it all clicks. You know, there's a moment where I think it clicks, where I was trying to play it too slow and kind of too careful at first. And then it was like, no, you have to play this fast and go and like learn the characters' movements and just, you know, run with it. And yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. I think you guys are doing something pretty special. So keep kicking ass. Make some more stuff.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. And the rest of their games are all in here.
Oh, everybody go watch The Dawn Thief. Everybody go watch the trailer. Oh, so cool.
There is. This one? Could it be this trailer?
Yeah, dude.
It doesn't have any volume. I'm going to go put it on a browser so it can. I've just had Bezos's face staring at me from the other monitor this whole time.
This whole time.
Yeah, so it's just been sitting over there, like the graphic. Like I could literally take this and just go like it's just here, and then I push forward, and it's like
Beautiful. You know, the way things were meant to be.
The life of a streamer, man. Okay, here we go.
Truly.
I've seen that graphic before. Oh, this looks great. Yeah, looks really good. So you guys kind of have an extended universe going on between all of your different games where you're using the same colors and like a lot of the same, sprites and actions and stuff like that. That's quite cool. I like that a lot. Does that extend through every one of your games?
Oh. All of them are connected to the same like world and overall story, and you have a ton of characters that cross over and all sorts of stuff. So
that's rad.
It's also all progressing this greater story too. So
all of the video games are one video game. Nice.
Yeah. They're like
that is the way. It's very funny because like that's pretty similar. We put hints and jokes and stuff in ours because we knew what game we wanted to make after Champions of Breakfast, and all the backgrounds are the different rooms inside of the main character's house in our second game, Heartbound. Oh. So all the levels are that, which is always very funny when people figure it out. They're like, "Wait a minute, I've seen this before." Cool. Yeah, so it's the same deal, and I love that, and it's something you can do in indie. You can't really do outside of that, right? When you can just throw all the references and everything you want to do on it. I think that's cool. So
playing Kingdom Hearts 2 without playing any of the other Kingdom Hearts, you got all this stuff going on. It's like, oh, okay, well, I guess I just am going to accept this. And
yep. I think the real mind trip for Kingdom Hearts 2 for me was I played Kingdom Hearts 2 and I went go back to go play Kingdom Hearts 1 saying like, oh man, I remember how good that game was. And it felt sluggish, like super sluggish.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, yeah, you can't go back because the gameplay feels so smooth in 2. And then you go back to 1 and I'm like, oh my God, it's clunky. But at the time it was amazing. Like you never know. I feel like I'd probably go back and play like a bunch of games that I loved as a kid and they just feel really clunky. So it's fascinating because you guys have managed to take the old art style and make it feel really smooth. So I think you guys are doing something awesome. Anyway, it's been lovely talking to you guys. Much. I gotta head out. But thank you much for being here. And I look forward to seeing you guys' next game. We'll see what Dawn Thief looks like. So keep kicking ass.
Looking forward to it. See ya.
Rock on. See ya.